So, welcome back to We Are Eternal. I'm going to do something a little bit different this time. The last videos that I've done was kind of choppy because I was reading like word for word from my notes, while trying to maintain eye contact with the camera. So I'm going to do a little different. I'm going to kind of freestyle it using the notes as my guide. So, yeah, we were on this on this journey together, this journey of developing ourselves. So, if you're if you're thinking about making some videos, here's some tips for you as I learn them on the fly. So, that being said, this video is going to be about spiritual evolution. You cannot talk about spiritual evolution without defining spirit. So there's a couple of terms for spirit. It's either soul, life force, your inner essence. But my favorite term for the soul or the spirit or whatever is zeda, which is a term coined by Morg Official. Brilliant mind. He's good. This is where most of these concepts come from. So one of the basic properties of energy and matter for that matter, where have you heard that one before? But yes, one of the basic properties of energy is that it cannot be created or destroyed. So the implications of that is that energy is eternal. So do you feel like there are parts of your personality that wasn't inherited, or a part of yourself, your personality, your personal characteristics that were not that wasn't learned from your environment? Like, for example, newborn babies have a certain temperament that they're born with, fresh out of the womb. There's a certain way that for me, for example, my mom always told me that my brother, whenever he was born, that the delivery was very harsh. He screamed a lot, and it was he was just trouble, and that the way that he was born was basically followed him throughout the rest of his life. And me, she said that I wasn't like, my delivery was really easy. I didn't cry. I just came out like, well, here I am, those are characteristics that the baby was just born. They're not learned, it's the baby was, both me and my brother were subjected to the same stimuli coming out of the womb, but we reacted different as two individuals. And those reactions had to have been based off of something. I could be wrong. This is my personal insight. I believe that is a reflection of the spirit, of the eternal soul, the eternal spirit. I don't like soul just because it has religious connotations, but yeah, it's carried with us from our evolution before this life, and that evolution is going to carry on till after this life. And there's other parts of us, of humans. For example, virtues, traits like kindness, integrity, your ability to forgive, uh, wisdom, loyalty, humility. Those just describe a couple. So all those traits I described are traits that they're inherent traits. They are what makes us who we are. These traits can be developed through inner work, through inner knowledge. So each person is like an iceberg floating around in the ocean. Um, the person that is not aware of the deeper unconscious aspects of their mind that's controlling them, they only see the tip of the iceberg that's poking up out of the water, not knowing that there's a whole huge mass of unseen forces that's manipulating them and guiding them unconsciously through their decisions that they make in life. So some of these hidden aspects are the unconscious, of course. One of the biggest unseen forces is the shadow. The shadow is basically all the behaviors that we repress into our unconscious because it was deemed unfit for society. Like one example is whenever you were a kid, and your parents told you to do something. In your mind, it didn't make sense. So you express the fact that it didn't make sense in what was to you a logical way of explaining it. And your parents come back with, "Don't get smart with me." So that kind of conditioning over time would make a person feel like being smart is somehow equated to something negative, like rebellion or not just being wrong. Whenever you got smart with your parents, it earned a unpleasant. Well, yeah, it earned unpleasant feedback. So that is one way things can be suppressed. I keep on saying suppressed, repressed into your shadow. So strict religious institutions will demonize a lot of harmless and sometimes very beneficial behavior in the name of the Holy Spirit. Yeah, they'll want to. They'll see that you're not giving your power to Jesus or God or whatever, and they like to snuff that out, making you feel bad for feeling proud of yourself, being, feeling accomplished and saying, I did a good job. I put in the work and I made this happen. They don't like that. They like it whenever you say, "Oh, thank God, thank Jesus that I was able to accomplish this goal." Jesus had nothing to do with it. It was all you. We're at the mercy of these unseen forces that lie just beneath the surface, the ones that are controlling us. And, I wouldn't say they're controlling us. They're more guiding our thoughts and actions from behind the curtain. And we're not aware. It might be the same thing. Who knows? But the more you understand, more you understand them. So the first step is not understanding. The first step is bringing them to light and acknowledging that they are there. But acknowledging that they're there and bringing them into the light is not enough. That's only the first step. You have to understand the mechanisms behind them. And once you do that, once you understand the mechanisms behind it, then you'll be at a better position to make deliberate evolution of your spirit. And once your spirit evolves, everything else follows. So there are several tools that you can use to connect with your unconscious. There is tarot cards, which I discovered recently. Well, I didn't discover them. I mean, I always knew they were there, but tarot cards and interpreting the images and the symbolism on tarot cards helps open yourself up to thoughts and ideas that may have been hiding in the nooks and crannies of your mind. Symbolism. Symbol. This is a rabbit hole, but yeah, symbolism that represents the four earth elements: earth, air, fire, and water. In each of those elements, speak to different aspects of your personality. For example, so fire represents your energy, your passion, your drive, your potential. Earth is your stability, that's your groundedness. That is what puts you in contact with the physical. Air represents your intellect and your intuition. And water represents your emotions. So this symbolism speaks directly to your unconscious. I'm really new at it, so the more I discover, the more I'll share with you. But I only have like a basic understanding of this. And it's not magical woo-woo or anything like that. It's basically psychology. But finding out what resonates with you is key. And whenever I say it resonates with you, when something resonates, it speaks to your unconscious. The best way that I can describe this is that when you think about fire, then the fire, the passion, the drive, the motivation, if it gives you like a good feeling inside, like, yeah, I get it, that it just connected with your unconscious. And then now you can bring in different aspects to kind of build on that concept. Alchemy is another useful tool. It goes hand in hand with tarot. It's just another way to connect with your unconscious. Morgue Official, he has a lot of videos on alchemy. It's very, very powerful stuff. I was a doubter. I'm like, we'll see. It sounds kind of weird, but no, it's good. I like it. It works. But our experience in this life directly contributes to the evolution of our spirits. So looking inside, looking inward is the key to that evolution. So the zeda, or the spirit, it's your individual spirit. It is what interfaces with your body and gives it its life, basically. And your individual spirit, or zeta, is just one of a massive collection of zetas. And together we are all one. So it's very important that each and every person wakes up and realizes what they are and understands the concept of spiritual evolution, because it contributes to the collective evolution of the whole entire human race. The reason why the world is so fucked up right now is because we are completely fractured. Everybody has self-awareness. They are aware of themselves and only themselves. Everything exterior to them is exactly that. It's exterior. So if everyone just realized that we are all single parts of a whole, we are all made of the same energy, the same frequency. It doesn't matter the color of the skin on our avatars, or the gender that we were born with, or anything else that divides us. All of that is literally just skin deep. You go deeper, we are all the same energy. There's a popular term thrown around called the collective unconscious. The collective unconscious, you know, people kind of use it kind of loosely or nonchalantly. And there is substantial meaning to it. And people need to wake up and realize that there's more than just what meets the eye. So when one mind wakes up to the realization that they are a part of a whole, then they have the unconscious drive and desire to impart this knowledge onto other people. They want everyone else, they want the collective to realize what they are, the power that they hold, and the potential that we have to become infinitely better than what we are now as a human race. And examples of that is me. I mean, I'm not comfortable making videos. I don't consider myself a YouTuber or anything, but I'm doing this so I can wake up other people. There's others also. Morgue Official being the chief among us. The Neogenian Oculus, they're doing it. Exploring the Holos, he's doing a great job. Renaissance Fairy, Transformative Talks, Flower Dragon, Laura, This Neogenian Life. We are all awake and conscious and to the level that we know what we have to do. This is our meaning. The meaning of life is to impart knowledge and wake up the sleeping masses. And the more people that we wake up, the more people that we snap out of the matrix, the better life will be for everyone. The more efficiently and effectively we will work together as a team and come together as a unified whole for the betterment of the human race. But in order to deliberately evolve ourselves, to consciously evolve ourselves, we need to remove barriers to evolution. There's a lot of systems and institutions in place right now that are slowing down our evolution. And those I will talk about in my next video. The next video is going to be about the importance of looking inward. So until next time.